Your life is a blank page. Every morning you wake up, you get to write a new chapter. But here's the thing, most people never pick up the pen. They let fear, doubt, and worry hold them back. They forget one simple truth. They have nothing to lose. Think about that for a moment. You have nothing to lose. Everything you want, everything you dream of, it's out there waiting for you. But it's not going to come knocking on your door. You have to go out and get it. And the best way to do that? Be silent and act as if you have nothing to lose. Silence is a powerful tool. In a world full of noise, where everyone's shouting their opinions and sharing every thought, silence stands out. It's in silence that we find our true selves, our deepest motivations, our best ideas. When you're silent, you're listening, not just to others, but to that voice inside you that knows what you're truly capable of. But silence alone isn't enough. You need to pair it with action. Bold, fearless action. The kind of action that comes when you truly believe you have nothing to lose. Because here's the truth, you don't. Every failure, every setback, every stumble, they're not losses. They're lessons. They're stepping stones on your path to greatness. Think of the most successful people you know. Do you think they got where they are by playing it safe? By worrying about what others might think? By fearing failure? No. They got there by taking risks, by being willing to fail, by acting as if they had nothing to lose. Now, I'm not saying you should be reckless. I'm saying you should be fearless. There's a big difference. Recklessness is jumping without looking. Fearlessness is jumping knowing that no matter where you land, you'll find a way to climb higher. Let me tell you a story. There was once a young woman who dreamed of starting her own business. She had ideas that kept her up at night, plans that made her heart race with excitement. But she was afraid. Afraid of failure. Afraid of what others might think. Afraid of taking that first step. Years passed. The young woman became not so young anymore. Her dream of being an entrepreneur faded, replaced by the dull ache of regret. One day, she came across an old notebook filled with her business ideas. As she read through them, tears began to fall. Not because the ideas were bad, but because they were good. Because she realized how much time she'd wasted, how many opportunities she'd missed, all because she was afraid to act as if she had nothing to lose. Don't let that be your story. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let the opinions of others silence your voice. You have a unique gift, a special talent that only you can share with the world. And the world is waiting for it. Remember, success isn't about never failing. It's about never giving up. It's about getting knocked down 7 times and standing up 8. It's about facing your fears head on and saying, "You don't control me anymore." Now, some of you might be thinking that's easy for you to say. You don't know my situation. You don't know what I've been through, and you're right. I don't. But I do know this. No matter what your situation is, no matter what you've been through, you still have the power to choose. You have the power to decide that from this moment on. You're going to act as if you have nothing to lose. Think for a moment your life would look like if you lived that way. If you approached every challenge, every opportunity, every interaction with the mindset that you have nothing to lose. How would that change the way you speak? The way you carry yourself? The risks you're willing to take? You see, when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you open yourself up to everything, risk to gain. You stop worrying about failure and start focusing on possibilities. You stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if I succeed?" This mindset shift doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice. It takes commitment. It takes courage. But I promise you it's worth it. Because when you live this way, you tap into a wellspring of power that you never knew you had. So how do you start? How do you begin to cultivate this mindset of fearlessness? It starts with silence. Take some time each day to be quiet, to listen to your inner voice. What is it telling you? What dreams have you been ignoring? What fears have been holding you back? Once you've identified those dreams and fears, it's time to act. Start small if you need to. Take one small action each day that pushes you out of your comfort zone. Maybe it's striking up a conversation with a stranger. Maybe it's applying for that job you think you're not qualified for. Maybe it's finally sharing that idea you've been keeping to yourself. Whatever it is, do it with the mindset that you have nothing to lose. Because here's the secret, you don't. The only thing you have to lose is the life you're not living, the potential you're not reaching, the happiness you're denying yourself. As you take these actions, you'll start to notice something. The world doesn't end. People don't laugh at you, and even if they do, you realize it doesn't matter, because you're not living for their approval anymore. You're living for your own growth, your own fulfillment, your own success. You'll also notice that opportunities start to appear. Doors that you never even knew existed suddenly open. Why? Because when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you radiate confidence. You exude possibility. And the world responds to that failure. Because if you're going to act as if you have nothing to lose, you're going to fail a lot, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's necessary. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you can count. The difference is, they didn't let those failures stop them. They understood that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a part of success. It's how we learn. It's how we grow. It's how we get better. So when you fail, and you will, don't beat yourself up. Don't take it as a sign that you should give up. Take it as a sign that you're on the right track. You're pushing yourself. You're growing. Remember, the person who never fails is the person who never tries. And a life without trying is no life at all. Now, some of you might be thinking, but what about responsibility? What about obligations? I can't just act as if I have nothing to lose. I have people depending on me, and that's a valid concern. But here's the thing, acting as if you have nothing to lose doesn't mean being irresponsible. It doesn't mean neglecting your obligations. It means approaching those responsibilities with a fearless attitude. It means giving your all to your job, not because you're afraid of losing it, but because you're excited about the value you can bring. It means showing up for your family, not out of obligation, but out of love and a desire to be the best version of yourself for them. It means taking calculated risks, not reckless gambles. In fact, when you adopt this mindset, you become more responsible, not less, because you're no longer acting out of fear or complacency. You're acting out of purpose and passion, and that makes all the difference. Silence again. In our noisy world, silence is often undervalued. We're constantly bombarded with information, opinions, and distractions. But it's in silence that we find our strength. It's in silence that we reconnect with our true selves. When you're silent, you're not just avoiding noise. You're creating space for reflection, space for growth, space for clarity. In this silence, you can hear the whispers of your deepest desires, the ones that have been drowned out by the cacophony of daily life. Use this silence to your advantage. Use it to plan. Use it to dream. Use it to gather your strength for the actions you need to take. Because remember, silence without action is stagnation, but silence followed by bold action. That's where the magic happens. As you move forward with this new mindset, you'll face resistance. From others, yes, but mostly from yourself. Your old habits, your old fears, your old ways of thinking, they won't go down without a fight. But that's okay. Expect this resistance. Welcome it, because it's a sign that you're growing, that you're changing, that you're becoming the person you were meant to be. When you face this resistance, remember why you started. Remember the life you want to create. Remember the impact you want to make, and then push through. Act as if you have nothing to lose, because in reality, you don't. The only thing you have to lose is the chance to become your best self. The power of your thoughts shape your reality. If you think you can't do something, you're right. If you think you can, you're also right. This isn't just positive thinking. It's a fundamental truth about how our minds work. When you act as if you have nothing to lose, you're reprogramming your thoughts. You're telling your subconscious mind that you're capable, that you're worthy, that you're unstoppable. And your subconscious mind listens. It starts to look for opportunities instead of obstacles. It starts to focus on solutions instead of problems. This shift in thinking doesn't just change your action. It changes your entire life. It changes how you see the world and how the world sees you. It attracts success because success is drawn to those who believe in themselves. But here's the key. You have to truly believe it. You can't just say the words. You have to feel it in your bones. You have to embody it in every cell of your being. And that takes practice. It takes repetition. It takes commitment. Start each day by reminding yourself that you have nothing to lose. Say it out loud if you need to. Write it down. Make it your mantra. And then go out into the world and live it. Take those bold actions. Make those brave decisions. Have those courageous conversations. As you do this, you'll start to notice changes. Small at first, but they'll grow. You'll stand taller. You'll speak with more confidence. You'll tackle challenges with enthusiasm instead of dread. People will start to respond to you differently. They'll be drawn to your energy, your passion, your fearlessness. And here's the beautiful thing. As you change, you'll inspire others to change too. Your actions will show them what's possible. Your courage will give them courage. Your success will show them that they too can succeed. This is how you change the world. Not by trying to change everyone else, but by changing yourself, by being the living, Breathing example of what's possible when you act as if you have nothing to lose. Setbacks, because they will happen. You'll have days where things don't go as planned, where it feels like everything is falling apart, where you question whether this whole act, as if you have nothing to lose thing, is really worth it. In those moments, be kind to yourself. Remember that setbacks are not failures, they're opportunities for comeback. They're chances to show yourself and the world what you're really made of, because it's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get back up. When you face these setbacks, go back to silence. Use it to regroup, to refocus, to remind yourself why you started this journey in the first place. And then, when you're ready, act again, with even more determination, even more passion, even more fearlessness than before. Because here's the truth. The setbacks are where the real growth happens. They're where you develop resilience. They're where you prove to yourself that you really can handle anything life throws at you. They're where you earn your success. As you continue on this journey, you'll start to realize something profound. That acting as if you have nothing to lose isn't just a mindset. It's a way of life. It's a way of approaching every day, every interaction, every challenge with openness, enthusiasm, and courage. You'll realize that you're no longer afraid of failure because you understand that failure is just feedback. You're no longer afraid of rejection because you know that every no brings you closer to a yes. You're no longer afraid of the unknown because you've learned to trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This is true freedom. This is true power. This is what it means to live life on your own terms. And the beautiful thing is it's available to everyone. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you've been through, or where you are right now. You can start this journey today. You can decide right now, in this moment, that from this point forward, you're going to act as if you have nothing to lose. What your life could look like a year from now if you lived this way. Think about the goals you could achieve, the impact you could make, the person you could become. It's all possible. It's all waiting for you. But it starts with a decision to be silent, to listen to your inner voice, to reconnect with your deepest desires and your highest potential. And then it requires action, bold, fearless action, the kind of action that comes when you truly believe you have nothing to lose. So I challenge you, no, I dare you, to make that decision today, to take that action today, to start living as if you have nothing to lose. Because the truth is you don't. You only have everything to gain. Remember, life is not a dress rehearsal. This is not a practice run. This is your life happening right now in this moment. Don't waste it living in fear. Don't waste it playing small. Don't waste it wondering what if. Be silent. Listen to your heart and then act. Act boldly. Act fearlessly. Act as if you have nothing to lose. Because when you do, you open yourself up to everything life has to offer. You become unstoppable. You become truly alive. The world is waiting for you. It's waiting for your ideas, your passion, your unique gifts. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Start today. Start now. Be silent. And then act as if you have nothing to lose. Because when you do, you'll discover that you had everything to gain all along. Your future self is watching you right now, cheering you on, believing in you. Don't let them down. Make them proud. Show them what you're capable of. Show them what happens when you decide to live life without limits, without fear, without holding back. This is your moment. This is your time. The stage is set, the spotlight is on, and the world is waiting. It's time to show them what you're made of. It's time to show yourself what you're made of. So take a deep breath, center yourself, find that silence within. And then when you're ready, take that first step, make that bold move, speak that truth you've been holding back, chase that dream you've been putting off. Do it confidence, do it with passion. Do it as if you have nothing to lose, because you don't. You only have everything to gain. The future is yours. The possibilities are endless. And it all starts now, with you, with this decision. Be silent. Act fearlessly, live fully. This is your life, make it extraordinary. Remember, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So go out there and show the world what you're made of. Your time is now. Seize it, embrace it. Live it. The world is waiting for you. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Act as if you have nothing to lose, because in truth you don't. You only have greatness to gain. So go forth, be silent when you need to be, and then act with all the courage and passion you have within you. Your extraordinary life is waiting. It's time to claim it. This journey of acting as if you have nothing to lose isn't always easy. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when fear tries to take hold. But in those moments, remember this, your potential is limitless. Your capacity for growth is endless, and every challenge you face is an opportunity to prove to yourself just how strong you really are. When you act as if you have nothing to lose, you give yourself permission to dream big, to reach for the stars, to pursue those goals that others might call impossible. Because here's a secret. Nothing is impossible to the person who refuses to be limited by fear. The great achievers throughout history, the inventors, the leaders, the revolutionaries, they all had one thing in common. They acted as if they had nothing to lose. They silenced the doubters, both external and internal, and pushed forward with unwavering determination. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to silence the noise, to tune out the negativity, and to focus on what truly matters. Your dreams, your goals, your vision for your life. So I ask you, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What mountains would you climb? What dreams would you chase? What impact would you make on the world? These aren't just rhetorical questions. They're invitations. Invitations to step into your power, to embrace your potential, to live life on your own terms. When you act as if you have nothing to lose, you tap into a wellspring of courage you never knew you had. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start to find solutions where others see only problems. This mindset isn't about being reckless or careless. It's about being fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. It's about understanding that the biggest risk in life isn't taking a chance on your dreams. It's not taking that chance at all. What's the worst that could happen if you go after what you want? You might fail. You might face rejection. You might have to start over. But here's the thing, you can handle all of that. You're stronger than you think, more resilient than you know. And every setback is just setting you up for a comeback. Silence again. In our noisy world, silence is a superpower. It's in silence that we find clarity. It's in silence that we connect with our true selves. It's in silence that we gather the strength to act boldly. So I challenge you to embrace silence. Make time each day to be still, to listen to your inner voice, to reconnect with your deepest desires and your highest aspirations. Because it's in those quiet moments that you'll find the answers you've been searching for. The courage you need to take that next step. The strength to keep going when things get tough. And they will get tough. Make no mistake about it. When you start living this way, when you start acting as if you have nothing to lose, you'll face resistance. You'll face doubt. You'll face criticism. But that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's necessary. Because those challenges, they're not obstacles, they're opportunities. Opportunities to grow stronger, to become more resilient, to prove to yourself in the world what you're really made of. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. Gold is refined by fire. And your character is forged in the crucible of challenges, so don't shy away from the tough times. Embrace them, learn from them. Use them as fuel to propel you forward. Action. Because while silence is powerful, it's not enough on its own. You need to pair that silence with bold, decisive action. You need to step out of your comfort zone and into the arena of life. What does that look like? It looks like taking that first step toward your dream, even when you're not sure where the path will lead. It looks like speaking your truth, even when your voice shakes. It looks like trying again, even after you've failed. It's about understanding that every great achievement in history started with a single step, a single decision, a single moment of courage. And you have that same power within you, right here. So I ask you again, what are you waiting for? What's holding you back? What would it take for you to start living as if you have nothing to lose? Because here's the truth. You don't have anything to lose. Not really. The only thing you have to lose is the life you're not living, the potential you're not reaching, the impact you're not making. That for a moment, let it sink in. Every day you don't act on your dreams is a day lost, a day you can never get back, a day where you've chosen comfort over growth, safety over possibility. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can choose differently. You can choose to live boldly, to act fearlessly, to embrace the unknown with open arms and an open heart. And when you do, something magical happens. The world starts to open up to you. Opportunities start to appear. Doors you never even knew existed suddenly swing wide open. Why? Because when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you become unstoppable. You radiate confidence, you exude possibility, and the world can't help but take notice. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Nothing worth having ever is. There will be days when you doubt yourself, days when you want to give up, days when it feels like the whole world is against you. But in those moments, I want you to remember this. You are stronger than you think, more capable than you know. And every challenge you face is just preparing you for something greater. So don't give up and back down. Don't let fear win, because on the other side of that fear, that's where the magic happens. That's where you find out who you really are and what you're truly capable of. And let me tell you something, Nora. You are capable of more than you can even imagine right now. You have gifts, talents, and abilities that the world needs, that only you can share, that are waiting to be unleashed. So how do you do it? How do you start living as if you have nothing to lose? It starts with a decision to stop playing small, a decision to stop letting fear run the show, a decision to start living life on your own terms. And then it's about taking action, consistent, persistent action, day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard, even when you can't see the results yet. Because here's the thing, success isn't about making one big leap. It's about taking small steps every single day. It's about progress, not perfection. It's about moving forward, even if it's just an inch at a time. So start where you are, use what you have, do what you can, and trust that it's enough, because it is. You are enough right here, right now. And as you take those steps, as you start living as if you have nothing to lose, you'll start to notice changes in yourself, in your life, in the world around you. You'll stand taller, speak with more confidence, face challenges with enthusiasm instead of dread. You'll start to attract people and opportunities that align with your newfound energy and purpose. And perhaps most importantly, you'll inspire others. Because when you start living this way, when you start embracing your power and potential, you give others permission to do the same. You become a living, breathing example of what's possible when you decide to live life without limits. I ask you one more time. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What dreams would you pursue? What goals would you set? What impact would you make? Don't just think about it. Don't just daydream about it. Act on it. Take that first step. Make that bold move. Start living as if you have nothing to lose. Because the truth is, you don't. You only have everything to gain. A life of purpose, a life of passion, a life of meaning and fulfillment. It's all waiting for you. All you have to do is reach out and grab it. Remember, the world doesn't reward those who play it safe. It rewards those who are willing to take risks, those who are willing to put themselves out there, those who are willing to act as if they have nothing to lose. So be one of those people. Be the one who dares greatly, who dreams big, who refuses to be limited by fear or doubt or what others think is possible. Be the one who lives life on their own terms, who creates their own opportunities, who writes their own story. Because that's what this is all about. It's about writing your own story. It's about creating a life that lights you up, that fills you with joy and purpose and meaning. And you can start right now, in this moment, with this decision, to be silent, to listen to your heart, and then to act boldly, to live as if you have nothing to lose. Because when you do, you'll discover something amazing. You'll discover that you had everything to gain all along. You'll discover the incredible power that's been inside you all this time, just waiting to be unleashed. So go forth, be silent, act boldly, live fully. This is your life, this is your time. Make it count, make it matter, make it extraordinary. Remember, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The world is waiting for you. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Your time is now. Seize it, embrace it. Act as if you have nothing to lose, because in truth you don't. You only have greatness to gain. So go forth, be silent when you need to be, and then act with all the courage and passion you have within you. Your extraordinary life is waiting. It's time to claim it. It's time to live it. It's time to make it a reality. The choice is yours. The power is yours. The time is now. What are you going to do with it? Remember, every great journey begins with a single step. Every great achievement starts with a single decision. And your incredible future, it starts right here, right now, with you. So take that step, make that decision, start that journey. Because when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you open yourself up to everything there is to gain. And trust me, there's so much to gain. A life of purpose, a life of passion, a life that exceeds your wildest dreams. It's all possible. It's all waiting for you. So go out there and make it happen. Be silent, listen to your heart, and then act boldly. Live as if you have nothing to lose. Because when you do, you'll find that you had everything to gain all along. Your future is calling. Will you answer? Will you step up? Will you embrace the incredible potential that's within you? I believe you will. I believe you have it in you to do amazing things, to create an extraordinary life, to make a real difference in this world. So go forth with courage. Go forth with determination. Go forth with the unshakable belief that you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Seize it with both hands and don't let go. Because when you live as if you have nothing to lose, you'll find that you gain everything that truly matters. This is your life. This is your story. This is your time to shine. So shine brightly, live boldly, act fearlessly. The world is waiting for you. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Remember, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So go out there and show the world what you're made of. Your extraordinary life is waiting. It's time to claim it. It's time to live it. It's time to make it a reality. The choice is yours. The power is yours. The time is now. What are you going to do with it? Act as if you have nothing to lose, because you don't. You only have greatness to gain. So go forth and be great. Your time is now.
Thank you for watching. Share this with friends and family, and please subscribe.